Hi church, let's consider 3 forms of prayer that are highly important. The first one is we need individual prayer. Moses was a man of prayer. Samuel was a man of prayer. We find Hannah praying. We find Nehemiah praying. Jesus commanded his disciples to go into their room as individuals and close the door and pray. Not to be praying in a public setting for show, but to have that genuine communication with God. Now you need this, I need this. We all need time where we just set ourselves apart from television, from traffic, from shopping centers, and from our phone, and we just spend time talking to God. Not simply bringing a list of requests, but enjoying the process, thirsting for God, and enjoying engaging with Him. We draw near to Him, and He draws near to us. So every single one of us in our local church, we need individual prayer. The second one is we need family prayer. Now, most of us in our church, we're in some kind of family setting. Those of you who are fathers, mothers, we need to be showing the initiative in pulling the family together for prayer. This includes couples with no children, just to be praying together as a couple. But I'm particularly thinking of the parents for a moment here, that we all need to be doing this, to be raising our children and having this, what's been called a family altar, where we pull the children together. Okay, we're going to read the Bible together tonight. We're going to spend a short time in prayer together. This is a really important discipline. And fathers, we need to take initiative in establishing family prayer. And it's so important that we do this, that we need to be the ones taking the lead, calling the family together and showing them by our example that this is going to be really important in this family. Then the third one is collective prayer in a bigger setting. This can include collective prayer in our life groups, collective prayer in sort of spontaneous things that happen where we just get a few people together to pray. That's really good. But like many churches, in our church, we have set aside those prayer meetings. And we need to do this. In the Old Testament, it is quite rare to find collective prayer, but not in the book of Acts. When we get to the book of Acts, we find that this is a feature of a New Testament church. Let's just look at, in Acts chapter 1, when Jesus has ascended to heaven, the believers didn't waste any time. They just went to the upper room for prayer. And then when the church mushroomed to over 3,000, we read in Acts 2:42, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayers. And that's just early in the book of Acts. As we keep going through, we find the apostles insistent that they needed to meet for prayer. We find the church meeting for prayer in Acts 4, in a time of opposition. In Acts 12, after James was martyred and Peter was put in prison by Herod, and there are other examples. So we need to be coming together for prayer. I want to encourage you, if you haven't yet been to one of our midweek prayer meetings, to set that down as a goal, that, okay, I can't get there every week. I'll go once a month, or I'll go once a fortnight, and make it a goal. Sometimes it might be the husband goes one week, the wife goes another week. We had a great time of prayer last night at our Wednesday night prayer meeting. So this is so important too, brothers and sisters, that we be meeting together for collective prayer. So I just want to encourage all of us. Individual prayer, we need that. Family prayer and collective prayer. May God help us to be faithful in these disciplines and to reap the rewards.